what's next for Aegon then? Is there anything you can give us an insight on maybe? What's coming up?
It looks like at the end of episode 8 they're on a little road trip. I like to compare it to Max and Paddy on the road to nowhere.
Yeah.
If anyone gets that reference. But,
yeah. How does it feel to sit on the Iron Throne? Does it hurt?
No.
No?
It's actually fine.
It's all right?
Yeah. I'd like to sit on it in ways that you don't tend to sit on chairs as well, just to sort of humanise the throne a little bit.
Yeah.
Try and take on new roles. I always like them to push me out of my comfort zone, make me feel like I'm challenging myself in a new way. And Aegon does that every single day. He's a nightmare.
Errors were made in the hours following King Viserys' death.
The war be fought. Many will die. And the victor will eventually ascend the throne.
It's Harpz here from Virgin Radio, and today it's all about House of the Dragon. Season 1 and 2 has been fantastic, but today I'm joined by the one and only Tom Glynn-Carney.
Hello.
Also known as Aegon. How are you, Tom?
Very well, how are you?
Good, thank you. How are the dragons?
As far as I know, they're fine. Still bunked up at Leavesden Studios, yeah.
Now, I want to start off with a question that everybody is wanting me to ask. This is the one thing that they all want to know the answer to. If Aegon saw Daenerys, what would you say to her?
Oh, good question. How did you do it?
How did you do it?
Yeah, that'd be a good start.
Yeah.
Probably first question, should we go for a pint?
Ah!
And then you could get
Straight
into
to the
it.
point.
Yeah, you can get into it over a
Okay.
Guinness somewhere, yeah, I think
All right.
that'd be a good start.
Nice. Now, Tom, the sets in House of Dragon look incredible. I mean, it almost looks like a real-life Hogwarts. How does Season 1 compare to Season 2 in terms of sets?
Well, I think from my experience, the sets were as big in Season 1. It's always been a massive show. And stepping onto it was gobsmacking from any angle you want to look at it from. But I guess this time there was more variety in where the show was shot. My experience on Season 2 was very much sort of bound to Leavesden Studios. A lot of the stuff was interior for Aegon this season, and pretty much all of the interior stuff is done at Leavesden. But the other team got to go over to Wales and Spain and all sorts of stuff. So, yeah, amazing stuff.
But because the atmosphere is amazing, there's so much going on set. What does it feel like when you go home? Does it feel like that was all a dream? Because it almost feels real, right, when you're there?
Yeah, it feels like a clunk back into reality, really.
Yeah.
It's a bit of a fall from grace, and you just kind of have to go to sleep and with the knowledge that you're going to go back into it the next day.
Do you dream about it too?
Try not to, no. It's a bit obsessive. Yeah, it's
good to switch off.
Yeah, good to let a breeze roll in now and
absolutely. And how do you think your experience on House of Dragon has contributed to the growth of yourself as an actor?
Massively. It's a big thing for when I try and take on new roles. I always like them to push me out of my comfort zone, make me feel like I'm challenging myself in a new way. And Aegon does that every single day. He's a nightmare.
You have wounded me, weakened my claim to the throne. Cannot trust you, Daemon.
Rhaenyra's supporters will believe what they wish. And so will Aegon's.
What would you say is like the biggest challenge you've had on Season 2?
Stamina, I think, to sort of keep up with what's required in terms of Aegon and his emotional acrobatics. He's on one end of the spectrum, and then in a second later he's on the other. So it's his internal rhythm's very different to mine. So just trying to keep up with him, I guess, has been tricky.
Amazing. And out of interest, how does it feel to sit on the Iron Throne? Does it hurt?
No. No, it's actually fine.
It's all right.
Yeah. I'd like to sit on it in ways that you don't tend to sit on chairs as well, just to sort of humanise the throne a little bit.
Yeah.
It's great. You feel very powerful. You're very high up, so you're up a flight of steps.
Oh, okay.
And you kind of look down on anyone who's there, which I think is intended. So that scene with the small folk at the start of Season 2, where the throne room's filled with people there to petition. you'd feel like you're 3 miles higher than everyone else, and you have to shout to them.
That's my dream. I need to find that throne at some point, test it out. How does King's Landing compare to, like, maybe your ideal destination or an ideal holiday? What would you compare it to? Just so we can get a feel of what it's like.
Well, there's a place in Spain that we shoot called Caceres, and it looks like King's Landing.
Just
That's
like
the
that.
reason that we go to shoot there, is because it looks very similar. The climate when it's hot is similar too. It's very sort of bright and dry. The architecture's stunning. So yeah, somewhere over there. It's worth it checking
Nice.
out. Yeah.
What's next for Aegon then? Is there anything you can give us an insight on maybe? What's coming up?
It looks like at the end of episode 8 they're on a little road trip. I like to compare it to Max and Paddy on the road to nowhere.
Yeah.
If anyone gets that reference, but
Yeah.
yeah, him and Larys are about to go on their own little adventure, and
Nice.
yeah, we'll see how that goes.
Okay. Well, we got a little bit there. I want to end this, Tom, with a quick rapid round of firsts. So I'm just going to ask you some quick questions. First thing that comes to your mind.
Oh Jesus!
What was the first poster that you had on your bedroom wall?
I didn't have posters.
Did you not?
Genuinely.
You never had a
Maybe
poster
a Man
on your wall?
United one.
Oh, okay.
Maybe.
So you're a United fan?
I am, yeah. You're wearing red.
I know, but I'm an Arsenal fan.
Yeah,
Wearing red. What was the first TV show that you remember
He's
watching?
happy.
Someone's happy. Sorry, what was the first TV show that you remember watching? Or that you loved?
The Royal.
Oh, The Royal.
Sunday
Interesting.
nights, yeah.
Sunday nights. Sorted. What was the first music concert that you went to?
Harry Styles.
Was it?
Yeah.
When was that?
That was after we'd shot Dunkirk. He was playing in London, and I texted him saying, "Can I come to your show and see?"
So casually.
Bring
just text him.
Bring my sister. And my sister was a massive fan, still is. So yeah, we had a great night.
Nice.
He looked after us. Yeah.
First record that you ever bought? Do you remember?
One Love by Blue.
What a tune.
Yeah.
Do you want to give us a few lines?
One love, by the city streets, one love, by the hip hop beat, one love. Oh, I do believe.
Oh, is
you're
that supposed to
finish
be
it
me?
off, come
Sorry.
on.
One love is all we need.
Get in.
Should have done that better. Should have warmed up my voice. Tom, thank you so much. It's been an absolute pleasure.
Thank you.
Catching up with you. Thank you for your time. Is there anything that you'd like to say to our Virgin Radio listeners?
Shh, have a nice day, I suppose.
Yeah, and watch his show.
Oh yeah, and that, yeah.
Yeah, and that.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Nice one.
Virgin Radio.